Hey everyone, this video is going to be a little mismatch. I'm not working on any one thing. Basically, you guys know of last week my welder, my TIG welder fried a board in it. I've got that fixed now. I'm back finishing up the pan. I did start on putting in the subframe connectors on the car, and then I'll show you guys that footage, but I ran out of welding wire, ran to the nearest town, and then immediately after ran out of argon, which was probably my fault, but that's just how things go. But yeah, so we're gonna jump around a little bit, but I'll show you guys where I'm at up to date. Alright, so without too much rambling, I've water tested this. Now that I've got my other welder back up and going, it's working fine. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I actually bought this monster of a welder. It's an older Hobart 180. It's transformer. It's from the, I think it's late 70s. I don't have enough power in that panel to run it though, is the thing. So you put your foot down. It welds beautiful, but I've only got 40 amps to feed it, and it's 68 amps at max output. It just blows the breaker. So I'm back working on this. I've water tested it. I had to re-weld this weld here. On the bottom, sealed it up, and then another one up under here, sealed that up. It's welded outside and inside, which I'm a little bit mad. The inside welds turned out a lot better than the outside welds, which is about how it goes. Right now I'm fabricating a slosh guard. That will let it drain back, you know, let the oil drain back through the bottom here and in. But when you go to pin it, it doesn't slosh all the oil back into here and then start or separate it or foam or whatever. So I'm gonna relocate the pickup back into this pocket. But I'm getting ready to weld this on, and then I think I've got some video for the subframes I'm gonna show you guys. Still up in the air on this harness and ECM. I'll probably do that giveaway in September. I have no use for it. Another thing that I haven't showed you guys is I bought a Muncie. I find it kind of funny because I said I wanted to use a 4-speed in the 55. I bought this Muncie case. The ear has been broken and repaired on it. Let me show you. You can see there's a weld spatter on there. The other ear on this side is broken off, so the guy just took it out. It's complete. Yeah, it's complete. I bought it for $25. So even if I put a little money into it, I'm well ahead on that one. You don't find these anymore, and usually they're $500 for one that needs a rebuild. So I bought this one for 25 bucks. I'll probably spend way too much money on either repairing the case and putting new gears in it that'll hold power. I'm still kind of up in the air. If you guys have any like oddball engines that are either Chevy or anything GM, Pontiac, I've thought about getting a nail head for the 55, but they're really hard to locate, and I'm not really into the spendy stuff. I've thought about a SB2, which is like an old NASCAR or a stock car engine. It's based off of the small block, but it's got like wedge style heads, like a big block or splayed valve. But I just don't really have the money for it, and I don't really want to drag the build out. If it gets to where I need the engine, I'm going to throw something in it. But Yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions that you think would work good with a manual, yeah, without too much more babbling, I'll show you guys where I'm at with the car, where I'm at with this engine, and then we'll finish out, show you guys how this pan looks when I get done welding this. So, alright guys, so I'm under the car. Probably shouldn't have to say this, but when you're going to weld on something, make sure it's clear, or clean, sorry. I've got all my gas lines and brake lines ripped out. Make sure that you don't have any flammable fluids open. Obviously, you don't want to be caught on fire, especially in close quarters like this when you're not able to move very well. So, not too much glare. You can see this is down to bare metal all the way up here to your torsion bar box. So I'm going to go ahead and drop or tack in the frame connector, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like in the car, show you fit up. Hopefully no grinding. I'll mention if I do have to though. Alright guys, so I got these under here held up by a jack, or at least one side. Fit up is fairly good. I'm assuming, see it's a little bit gappy there, but I'm assuming, you see there, they've got that laser cut, but they don't have it cut all the way through. I'm assuming that's like a year variation. So I gotta knock out, I can't see nothing because I got the, okay, there we go. I gotta knock this out, and then this should suck right up. Another thing I didn't mention earlier when I said make sure it's clean, make sure gas is out of the way. It's fairly important that when you do subframe connectors on a car, that you jack it up or lift it up with weight on the tires, and then you go around, make sure all the doors are open, etc., etc. What you don't want to do is have it unloaded and have your jacks like right here and on the back subframe, because then there's no, the car's been sitting on its wheels for, well, this is a 72, so you can do the math. So what you want to do is make sure it's in its natural position. If you don't, then it may possibly tweak the chassis or do weird things like pull when you try to launch or whatever. But I'm gonna pull this back out of here, rip them tabs off back here, and put it back in, spot weld it, show you guys what it looks like. So guys, for fit up on these subframe connectors, there's actually two humps here, one here, one here. I ended up actually grinding both of them down. I'll show you guys what it looks like under the car here in just a second. They're mostly welded in already though, so I forgot to shoot this in the first go around. This is actually the other side frame connector, but I had to grind these both here and here. My car is a 72. I assume that this is notched here because it's a year variance thing. Alright guys, don't look too close into my welding, but some of this metal's kind of nasty and it blows through and does whatever else, but this one's pretty well welded in there. I've got a couple spots to finish out, but that's what she looks like. We're gonna get her coated after we get both of them welded in. So, alright guys, so here we are. That slosh guard here is welded in. It's still very hot, I don't want to touch it. All things considered, that's a pretty good weld on this nasty cast. So how this will work is, you can see it's kind of ramped this way, so anything back here has to go this way. around through here and then up. The oil pickup I'm going to locate right there at the corner. So the majority of the oil is going to be trapped, you know, here. If I still have problems with it, like if it loses oil pressure on a long pull, I'm going to have to probably cut these sides out and do like kickouts. I don't really want to do that though, because it would make make it really hard to mount the engine in the car. So we'll see how it goes, and if it has any problems, then we'll address it afterwards. For right now, I just want to get this thing thrown together. A few more things that I don't think I've told you guys. I just got a new camera. I know it's been noticeable for me as well in editing that there's a lot of frame noise in the videos, which is from me being lazy and not taking the my old GoPro off of the tripod, and it picks up like jostling when I'm, you know, moving it, or if I do that, it's probably like really loud. So I've got like it's a mirrorless Canon SX60 that I just bought. I'm gonna try to dedicate this camera to just time-lapse videos and then shoot everything else with the Canon, which hopefully it would have better sound and stuff, because it's got like a remote microphone that you can put on it and whatever else. So unfortunately I can't use that yet because I was a cheapskate and bought the cheapest one I could find, like the cheapest new one I could find, and it didn't come with the right AC adapter for the charger. It was for like Europe or something. So hopefully soon I'll be able to start using that, and it'll be hopefully better picture quality. It won't have so much shake and wobble. It won't have as much frame noise. For when I like touch the buttons or anything on the camera, it shouldn't pick that up. So yeah, like I said, the giveaway that we're going to be doing on the stock ECM and harness, if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. I'm thinking I'm going to do it in September. Hoping to have this car done by September. I don't think it's going to happen. Got a lot of stuff going on, and it's just I keep trying to force so many hours or so many days a week to work on it, and it doesn't happen. And when that happens, it just feels like I get discouraged, and it makes me not want to work on the car. So if it's done this year, I really hope it is done this year, but if it's not, then we've got a long winter to make it better, make it run better, make it faster, maybe rust proof it before I actually get it on the road, because it's fairly clean. But yeah, so we'll do the giveaway even if we have just a few people. Another giveaway I want to mention that's going to probably be a while, but when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I think I'm going to do a giveaway of a LS1 intake, and I don't know where it is, but it's LS1 intake that I bought for this car. You guys have probably seen it in older videos. It was ported by Lingenfelter. Somebody put black spray paint on it, which is, you know, if you want to paint it or whatever, that's not a big deal. But yeah, ported by Lingenfelter, and I've got eBay rails to go with it. If whenever we get to that number, then I'll think about doing it. I actually put it up for sale, but it didn't sell. So I had a bunch of lowball offers and stuff. I said I might as well just keep it for a giveaway. So yeah, new trans, wiring harness. I think I got everything up to date for you guys. You know, I showed you earlier the subframe connectors. I'm still working on them, but you can see the heat transfer. I don't think these are made to be welded the whole way up and down, but I'm going to. So, mainly because there's a little bit of crunchy spots here in the floor that aren't going to be attached, so we'll just go ahead and weld all of them in. Alright guys, held you up long enough. We'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate any of you guys that are watching the videos. Like, comment, share if you would. It'd really help me out. And subscribe if you're not. Thank you.